welcome back to our channel. It is what day? I think it's okay, yeah, it's Monday. It's Monday, March 7th currently. And we have some exciting news, but this won't probably go online until probably May. I think that's when we'll upload this, but we are pregnant. How exciting. It's been a lot. I've gotten a lot of questions, so I created like my little basket here of 21 questions. I think it's 21, so don't quote me, but I'm hoping to just provide some updates, the little bit of updates that I have. I'm currently on my 13th week, so we just got like our in-depth sonogram visuals, so I think I'm a little bit more comfortable sharing more details. And like I said, it's currently March and this won't be out until May because I think that's when we'll publicly announce. But yeah, just to show you guys like a little bit of a close-up. This is baby Mattis. Oh, I hope it's clear. This is baby Mattis. I'm just so excited. So before I even jump into like a bio or anything, I'm just gonna, not a bio, but before I jump into any updates, I think these questions will answer any of your questions or thoughts or, questions. But if not, add your questions in the comments below and I'll just answer those in the future. So first question. When is your due date? It's funny. I used to be very private about this just because I didn't even want any skepticism or superstition. But our official due date as of now, based off of baby's growth, is 9/11/2022. And it's crazy. I'm really weird about that date because, of course, U.S. history. But as I thought about it a little bit deeper, one of my best friends who is no longer with us, his birthday was that day. So I don't know, it's pretty special to me. So especially if I have a boy, it would be very special. September 11th. So September 11th is the due date. Next question. What are you looking forward to the most? I think I'm looking forward to not like the labor aspect of having the baby, but I think I'm looking forward to raising a child. Like, I think I'm the most interested in that part. I'm not excited about the labor part because I know it's going to be a little bit different, of course, for my body because this is my first pregnancy. So I'm most excited about raising a child with Urel and seeing us develop and navigate parenting and seeing what our child is going to show us about ourselves. So I'm most excited about that part. Okay. All right, next question. Does Urel want a junior? People ask me that all the time because Urel is a junior. So people ask if he wants a third. No, Urel does not want a third. I think he wants our child to have like self-identification. He doesn't want, a son or, a third, just to, I think, feel like he has to be just like his dad or, he has to live up to exactly who his daddy is. I think LeBron said it on his show, The Shop, that his biggest regret was naming his son LeBron Jr. because in certain aspects, his son believed that he had to be just like him or better. So I think we just want to, I don't think we want a third. Or if Urel wasn't a junior, I don't think he would want a junior either. I think he would want his son to have his own name. But I won't speak for him. I'm sure he will speak on that at some point on the channel. But we have both collectively agreed like he doesn't want a third. Next question. What is your nursery theme? I can't really say what our nursery theme is because we don't know the gender yet, but I will say it would be very minimalist. It would be very adaptable as the child grows. Like, I don't want horses or flowers on the wall, because I want the child to like grow and develop into it. And then as the child gets older, they can kind of determine what art they want on the wall, or something like that. Like, I think if I did art, it would be art in frames. I don't think I would paint objects on the wall. I think I would hope that me and Urel can have like a feature or accent wall. I'll put an example here, but I'm hoping it can be some type of minimalist, detailed accent focal point wall that the name can maybe go on or something like that. But very simplistic. I'm not really a big fan of the whole nursery rainbow theme. And I'm not saying the specific rainbow itself because it has a true meaning, but I'm saying like, you know, red, blue, and yellow letters, and then a blue bed, and then a yellow wall. And then I'm not really a fan of the standard children's colors or something like that. I don't know, I like neutral colors, or colors that can be added to and adjusted in the future. So simple, minimalistic, and adapting for sure. Okay, next question. What gender are you hoping for? You know, realistically, of course, we want a healthy baby, boy or girl. But I think Urel is completely, he doesn't care what we have. But I would want a boy. And I only say that because if you guys follow my Instagram, you know that my sister just had a boy. And she just had a boy this past December. So they would be very close in age. And I really like the fact that they can just wear everything that, well, the baby could just wear everything that her baby passes down or something. So I just think it would be easier if we had a boy. So I don't know, we'll see. I mean, I'm trying not to get too attached to having a boy or thinking that I'm having a boy. It's really hard with a sonogram because like the head shape of the baby reminds me of Urel's head shape when he was a baby. But anyway, we don't really care what we have, but I would prefer to have a boy first. So, but we'll see. You know, whatever works, whatever happens is whatever happens. What have you learned so far? I have learned that I'm not as controlling as I thought. I don't know. I think being pregnant, realizing that your anxiety or your thoughts or your sense of control no longer matters because a baby is here and the baby's going to do what he or she wants to do, and the baby's going to tweak your body the way he or she wants to, and it's nothing you can do about it. I think I realized the most that I'm not as, you know, stuck on trying to control things. I'm not as, I don't know, I'm just not as, I've really changed already in the sense of like sharing. I'll get to that, I think, with one of the other questions that I saw. But I'm not in the business of controlling anything. Like, I'm just kind of trying to take it day by day. I'm just trying to be still and trust God on the journey and not get in my head and not try to control every single aspect of this journey. So I think that's the biggest thing I've learned, is that I'm not as controlling as I thought, and I shouldn't be. So that's probably the biggest thing I've learned so far. Oops, well, this one fell out, so let's do this one. Is it true that women are more emotional when pregnant? A man asked me that. I remember somebody DM'd me. One of my family members DM'd me about that. I don't know. I mean, I guess for me, I've always been very direct, very confrontational, and very vocal. So I think that's more of a question for Urel, I would think. His perspective of whether I'm more emotional or not. I think I'm a lot more short spoken. Like, I'm very like, hey, here's what I need, or, you know, here's what I need to do. and that's it. I don't know. I don't really elaborate as much as I used to. I don't really have the, I would say I don't have the patience that I used to. Like, I'm very much, boom, I need to eat this, and this, and go nap. Or I need to do this for work and sit down. Like, you know, I'm not as, again, like, I'm not as controlling about every aspect of my day. I'm just more so like, here's my priorities and I'm going to do it. And I don't really think about anybody else. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm not as, I don't think I'm as patient. But emotions, I haven't cried once. I think that would be shocking. I think I got like teary-eyed when we found out we were pregnant, but I haven't cried once. And I think it's a defense mechanism for me to, well, throughout the first trimester, just to make sure I didn't get too connected, because of course there is a possibility of miscarriage and things like that. So it's like I told myself, like, hey, don't get caught up in your head with this. Don't worry about the gender. Don't stress about this. Don't stress about that. And so crying has just not, I have not cried. So I don't think I've become more emotional. I think my patience is a lot more thin. And I just, you know, I just focus on my daily task. But that's a question for Urel, I think. So we'll ask him another time. Was your pregnancy planned? No, my sister was due December. I think she was due December 23rd. Yeah, she was due December 23rd. You could not have told me that a week from that point, I was going to take a P test and confirm that I was pregnant. Like, it was not planned at all. I wanted to wait another year. I wanted to be pregnant and 30 years old. This year, I'm currently 28. I turned 29 in May. So like, I was very strategic, trying to control everything, and thought like, oh no, you know, I need another year. I need to travel more. It's COVID. You know, it's not an ideal time for me. I just feel like I need to do more as a married couple. I don't need to rush into, you know, maternity. I didn't feel a need to rush. I was just more so making sure my body was prepared to be pregnant by 2023. So no, you could not have told me New Year's I was going to find out that I'm pregnant. And we'll get into that with one of these next questions. Just keep watching. And here it is. How did you find out you were pregnant, and how did Urel react? So we found out we were pregnant New Year's Eve. Urel had like, oh, my hair is just, it keeps separating. It's bothering me. But Urel on New Year's Eve made like, it was like a row of rum shots. Yeah, it was like these little shots. It was like a whole row of shots. And New Year's Eve, you know, we were excited to just have a good time. But as I walked into the kitchen on the island, of course, the shots were there. Something was unsettling in my stomach when I smelled it. I didn't feel like I had nausea. It was more so like, it smelled like pure alcohol to me. It didn't smell like the natural rum that it normally smells like. It smelled very potent, and it smelled like Everclear when it was just a rum. So my nose senses were very strong, and it made me not want to drink it. And there has not been a time New Year's why I didn't want to take a New Year's shot. So I knew something was wrong. Not wrong, but I knew something was interesting, like something was going on with me. So I had already had a pregnancy test with me, because December 22nd, if you see our YouTube video, our wedding video, December 22nd is our wedding anniversary. So our wedding anniversary went to Asheville. And so for some reason I was like, let me just get some pregnancy tests, like just in case, because I knew New Year's we were going to be drinking. But when I smelled that smell, something didn't feel right. And I didn't want to take shots, which was weird. So it was like 11:57 p.m. I ran upstairs, got the P test, took the P test, and then, oh my gosh, I'm going to insert like a 10-second clip here about when I first noticed, like, it didn't say not pregnant and I noticed it said pregnant. My face, like, I feel like I dropped everything, and I was just like, I kept reading it. Like, for some reason, I just felt like I couldn't read. But anyway, here's a clip of when I found out right before midnight that we were pregnant. Let's see what we're gonna do. I do have a bottle opener. Okay, so as you saw on that clip, I was discombobulated. I didn't know what to say or what to do. I didn't know whether to tell Urel yet. I didn't know how to react. And here's the clip of me. I put the test, I grabbed a box under the Christmas tree. I emptied it out because of course it was New Year's Eve, it was right after Christmas. So I emptied it out and I hurried up and put the test in there. And I said, okay, soon as midnight strikes, I'm going to give the box to Urel. And so we counted down, 3, 2, 1, midnight, Happy New Year's. And then I gave Urel the box. And Urel was like, what is this? I'll show you guys the clip here.
Really? This is a joke.
I'm not joking.
Oh, snap.
I just took the test like 2 seconds ago.
Really?
Okay, so you see how Urel acted. I think he was caught off guard, and of course he had shots. But immediately after that video is when he was like, "Oh, so that's why you didn't take your shots." So he was just, yeah, he was shocked, as was I, as you guys could see. So yeah, that's how we found out. New Year's Eve into New Year's Day. Have you told your family and friends? No, we've told our parents, and I think at like 8 weeks we told our siblings. I have not told anybody else. I haven't. My mom may have. Well, yes, my grandparents know. Yeah, I haven't really told anybody. Maybe 4 of my friends know. And that's because I knew they were going to come around, and I knew like they were going to, ask questions like, oh, you're not drinking. And oh, like, I knew it was coming. So, let me just oh yes, that's better. Okay. So yeah, no, I haven't told many people at all. We haven't told many people at all. I think Easter, is when my sister's going to plan our gender reveal. And I think that's when we'll tell the rest of our family and close friends. And I think when we go public on like social media in May, I think that's when most people will know. But no, we haven't told many people at all. It's very, very private. Have you created a registry? No, I have not created a registry. I am trying to determine like what exactly I will need and what I won't need. And I'm basing it off of everything that my sister had on her registry versus what she used, what she didn't use, what type of diapers she used and what type she didn't use. I'm working with my sister to complete my registry just to make sure I don't put unnecessary things up there when there's other things we could need. I'm gonna keep sliding, guys, because I'm on my beanbag chair in my office. But no registry yet. But I think by the time I upload this, we will have a registry. So look in the description box for the registry link. What is the one important thing that you've changed since finding out you're pregnant? I think my mental health and how I control my stress levels and my temper, because I don't want the baby to feel those those negative feelings and thoughts. And I know that everything that's going on with me is being contributed to the baby. I have completely changed my thought process with how to handle different things, whether that's work or conflicts or relationships, whatever the case. I have changed tremendously in how I treat myself and my mental health and my body. So if my first answer to maybe going out or going somewhere or doing something or eating something, if my first thought is maybe not, then it's a no. Like I don't dwell and I don't overthink anymore. I don't stress my body. I mean, the simplest things. If I'm in traffic, I don't get mad. You know, if somebody is being irrational on the highway, I don't yell. I'm just very much calm and at peace and centered, because I don't want anything stress related to be triggered and shift to the baby. So I think I come off as more nonchalant now, but I'm just choosing my peace and the baby's safety over anything and anyone else. So if there's something I don't want to do in this journey, I'm not doing it. You know, I'm not letting anyone change my mind about it. If I don't want to work out that day, I don't want to work out. You know, I don't think, I just don't think, and I don't try to structure things to the point where I get stressed, because in my mind, it's just not worth it at this time. So yeah, I'm in control of my mental health. And sometimes that comes off as nonchalant and like pure isolation. Especially from like some of my friends or like coworkers or whoever who don't know that I'm pregnant, but I don't really care. I don't care anymore. Like, you know, I'm just not, I don't feel that I have to, I'm not a people pleaser. I don't think I've ever really been a people pleaser, but I'm even more of not a people pleaser at this point. I think I'm more so like a Melanie and baby pleaser. And if it doesn't positively affect us, then I don't care. I'm just not going to do it. I'm just, you know, I'm choosing myself and I'm choosing my baby and I'm choosing peace. So I think it's helped me tremendously, and it's made me really sit down in my thoughts and my fears of like, oh, I don't want people to look at me this way, and oh, I'm not responding to text messages, they're gonna think I'm rude, or like I don't let it get in my head anymore, because if it makes sense to me and I confirm it with my relationship with God, and if me and God are on the same accord and my spirit and my peace is on that same accord, then that's all that matters. So that's the number one thing I've changed, is my mental health. And yeah, I think just my overall peace and serenity, that thing for sure. What do you need the most for your baby? Oh, okay. So this is like a registry question. Like, what exactly do we need the most? I would say like group funding, I think, towards furniture or, you know, different transportation needs for the baby. So maybe like stroller or a crib or a diaper changer or dressers, any type of group funding on the registry, or, you know, gift cards or anything, I think would help us the most, because I want convertible options, in the sense of I don't want a crib that's just for a baby up to 20 pounds. I would prefer a crib that converts in 4 different ways so that the baby can grow up with that crib. So I would prefer like a 4-in-1 or a 5-in-1 convertible type crib that completely adjusts each year as the baby grows up until the baby is like 5 years old. So they have cribs that start as a crib for like newborns, and then they completely change to like maybe a tiny twin size bed. I would prefer like that type of furniture. So I'm hoping that we get some type of group funding or gift cards that can really assist us in getting those things because they're really expensive. So, but I think the investment is worth it if it's going to last me 5 to 7 years versus a crib that's maybe half the price, but you can only use it until your baby gets 25 pounds. So those things, I would say group gifting, gift cards, anything where we can use for our different registry options so that we can get the technology and the furniture that we need for the nursery. So yeah, I think we need that the most. What is your birth plan? Oh, this was one of those things where at one point, I was just like, yeah, I'm not trying to control this. Whenever the baby comes, it's just whenever the baby comes. I don't want to plan anything. But I think it's important for me to understand that I have never experienced this type of body stress levels or pain levels. So it was important for me to sit back and think about, well, I don't know if my body can really get through a natural pregnancy, especially with my like insecurities with my current diagnosis with polycystic ovarian syndrome, which is in short PCOS, which is a ovarian disorder, which can be 100% reversed if you just change your, certain things about your eating habits and your fitness and everything. But anyway, long story short, I have decided to definitely do a full hospital birth locally, and I would prefer the epidural if I need it. I think I'm going to go as long as possible the natural route, but I think if the pain is unbearable and I'm to the point where my breathing is off or my blood pressure is off, I think I would definitely prefer the epidural. So I think it's only up until a certain point where you can get the epidural, but I would like to plan for that just in case I need it. So yes, first plan is natural as possible until or if I need an epidural. What have your symptoms been? Mainly my sensitivity to scents. So certain meats and oils and fried things I can't really smell. I don't get nauseous when I smell it. It's just more so, it just affects my body. I don't know. It makes my stomach feel weird, but it's not nausea. It doesn't feel like nausea. It just feels like, I don't know, maybe like gas or something. I don't know. Maybe that's TMI. I don't know. But it's just certain smells I can't take anymore. I only had nausea one day, and that was towards the end of the first trimester, maybe at like 11 weeks. And currently I'm in my 13th week. So yeah, just one nausea experience. And my breasts have changed. I didn't want to really mention my breast bonus, but they've changed. They're more tender. I think that's pretty much it. I can't work out as long as I used to. I used to do a full hour for about 4 days a week. Now I do a half hour for 3 days a week. So my body is just more tired. I sleep about 12 hours a day. I sleep 9 to 10 hours overnight, and then I have like intermediate naps in the day, whether that's my lunch break or, I just take a short break. I sleep in total about 12 hours a day. And yeah, not too many. That's nothing too crazy or anything. But yeah, I'm a little winded now for sure. So yeah. Oop, wipe that out. Let's see. Have you and Urel thought of names? Oh, yes. I have lists of names. I probably have 30 girl names and 10 boy name options. Urel has a short list of options, but I think when we do confirm the name, we won't announce it probably until the baby is born. I'm just very, I'm just very private about that. I don't know. I don't want to overshare, and I don't want to share too soon. I don't want, anything to go wrong in the pregnancy. I don't want to, think I'm having a boy, and then the day of when we have the baby, all of a sudden it's a girl. I just don't I don't want to share the names, the name specifically that we do wind up picking. I don't think we'll ever share it until it comes out, as we post on social media the day of the birth, or whenever we post after that. Maybe it'll be a month after the baby is here. I don't know, but yes, we have several lists of names. Due to COVID, are you having baby events? No. No. And it's crazy because I do event planning on the side, and most people would think like, oh yeah, Mel's gonna have events, Mel's gonna do this, Mel's gonna do that. I'm not doing anything. It's not worth the risk to me. We are vaccinated, and we, are very cautious, and we actually take this virus and pandemic very seriously. But unfortunately, not everybody does. And, I don't think anybody, not everybody on both of our sides, I don't even know if everybody's vaccinated. And, everybody works differently, has different professions. Some people still travel while they work. We have some people who are around children a lot when they work. Like, it's too many possibilities of COVID, of me getting COVID or Urel getting COVID. So we're not doing anything in person. Everything will be virtual. Gender reveal will be in virtual. It'll probably be like maybe 5 people at the gender reveal at my mom's house, because of course my sister she's planning the gender reveal, so she'll be the only one who knows the gender reveal, the specific gender. But no, we're not doing anything in person. Baby shower will be like parade style. So our local friends in Georgia, they'll be able to physically drop off their gifts, or not. They can just mail it to us too. And then our families that are in North Carolina, they will send us the gifts, and we will just open them up on a virtual call. I was telling one of my sister-in-laws, I was just telling her the other day, like, I'm not as traditional, I think, as people assume. Yeah, like if it was up to me, our wedding, we probably would have gotten married in Italy, just eloped, me and Urel, if it was up to me. So I think, like I said earlier, like I'm in the mindset of, yeah, I'm doing what's best for me and the baby and what's comfortable for us. And for me, it's just everything being virtual. I think it's less things for me to think about, less things for me to plan. And then like less exposure to COVID, of course. So everything will be 100% virtual, so that everybody can refer back to the recording or not, because also the baby shower will not be traditional. Like, I don't plan to have, 10 games that are the same games that are every baby shower. Like, I'm just not that type of person. If let's just open the gifts and say, hey, just open the gifts and, bye. Like, I'm just not, I don't really have the, I don't know. I'm just quiet in this very intimate moment. And I don't know, like, put in the comments if you ever felt like this. I'm so guarded about just being open about every detail of the pregnancy. So like, for example, in the baby shower games, some of the questions are like, who's naming the baby, and what do you want to name the baby, and who's changing the diapers, and who's going to be up the most, and which parent is going to be the fun parent, and which, like, the thing is, I don't know. Like, I really have no idea how this is going to go. I don't know, like, who's going to be up at night the most. I don't know who's going to change the most diapers. I don't know who's going to be the fun parent or the disciplinarian. Like, those things I don't know. So I don't want to put myself in a situation where, like, I set myself up to think, hey, Melanie, you're going to be the primary parent to, like, do all the diaper changing, or to stay up and, to wake up a lot at nighttime. Like, I don't really know. This is my first experience, so I have no idea how I'm going to react to all of this. Like, I could very well be that person who is, like, changing the diapers every single time and up all night, but, like, Urel is very active in his future with becoming a father. He is very much so the type of person that would want to wake up with me and, you know, alternate changing diapers, and like he's just very hands-on. So I can't limit myself into saying what I will do and what I won't do because I have no idea. We have no idea. Okay, guys. So on to the next one. How are you feeling? I am feeling, I tell people, this is like the shortest way to put it, I am happily overwhelmed. Happily overwhelmed. Excited, anxious, but also overwhelmed in the sense of I don't know what's coming. I don't know how I'm gonna feel. I don't know what's, you know, gonna change. I know my body's gonna change, and I know, you know, things are going to happen, but this is my first experience, so I don't really know what's going on. So I'm happy. I'm happily overwhelmed, and I'm more so very blessed to say that I could naturally conceive without the assistance of IVF or any additional medicine for my polycystic ovarian syndrome. So I'm just blessed. I'm happy, and it was completely unexpected. I really thought I would need to, you know, get more fit and get more focused on my diet and, you know, take certain vitamins and, you know, go through this journey with my doctor or like some different assistants. But the fact that we naturally conceived, I think more than anything, I'm just blessed that I have been, you know, I have been given the opportunity to naturally produce, because unfortunately, not every woman gets this chance. So I'm just more grateful and blessed and overjoyed that that I get to naturally go through this journey, and hopefully all things will continue to be well. So I'm just excited and happy. I won't speak for Urel, but it's just life-changing, and it's a beautiful journey. It's been a beautiful journey thus far. So hopefully when you guys see this in May, I post another video and I'll be, you know, a little bit bigger. You guys will be able to see a belly or something. Right now it's just like a little pouch. How many kids do you guys want? We don't know. We don't know that either. Because I used to say like, oh, I want two. I want a boy and a girl, or, you know. But I don't know. Like, this first pregnancy could be a lot. And I might decide, we might just have one. Like, you know, I don't know. I have no idea. Like, Urel is like dead set on having two. But we'll see how my body reacts. Because, you know, we'll see how it goes. We might have two. We might just have one. We'll see. But hopefully two. Fingers crossed we have two. What have you been craving? Oh my gosh. Guacamole. I eat guacamole probably 3 or 4 times a week at this point. Guacamole. What else? Guacamole, smoothies. Fruit. If I don't have water near me, which you guys see, if I don't have water, I have fruit. Or like a smoothie. So I would, anything with like a guacamole texture, like dips and like guacamole and like pico and smoothies, like anything with a I don't know, like that blended texture, I've been eating it. Like, I made a dressing the other day. It was that green goddess dressing. I made that dressing the other day and I loved it. So it's anything that's like a multitude of vegetables or fruits, I've been addicted to that. So yeah, guacamole is, I'm addicted at this point. Has your workout routine changed? Oh yes, I think I mentioned that earlier. Yes, I used to work out 4 days a week for an hour, or I used to do, I think, 1 full year, which I think it was the year 2020. That full year I did a mile per day. 2021, I worked out 4 days a week. 4 full hours, but now I'm down to 3 days a week for half an hour. So I'm just, if I don't work, the days I don't work out, I typically walk around the house for like half a mile. So I pay attention to how long I'm sitting down. Like I've been recording this for about 30 minutes. So I will probably stand up for the next 20 minutes. I try to alternate just so I don't get stuck in one position, because it's not painful, but it's just an adjustment if you've been sitting down for a very long time. And then you have to stand up, like it's a little bit of an adjustment, I think. So yeah. Not too much has changed physically, but I'm just a little bit more winded now, so I do pace myself with working out. So yeah, that was my 21 questions. I'm so glad that I could update you guys. We will be a little bit more consistent after we get this news out. I think it's just so many things have changed in our lives that we just had to take a moment to take it all in and make adjustments that we need to make. So looking forward to seeing you guys soon. Looking forward to having Urel back with us soon. He's just been super busy. So yeah, it's good chatting with you guys. Stay tuned for our next updates coming soon, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.